Okay, hi everybody. Today what we're going to be doing is creating some value scales, and we're going to learn how to shade using a range of tones. So as you can see, I am laying down my dark tone area, my middle tone area, and my light tone area. Our goal when we shade is always going to be to get a really strong range, so this is going to be the range that we want to work. So all I'll be doing now is I will be slowly releasing how much pressure I'm using on the pencil. So as I get to my lighter tones, I'm not pressing the pencil very hard on the paper. So I should say that we're starting with a shading technique, which is a really filled in, colored in look. It's not liney, so I'm holding my pencil kind of off to the side to really fill in the paper. Okay, so now we're moving into the lighter tones. So we really want to soften up our pressure with our pencil to make sure that area does get lighter. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to capture all 5 tones, but in a gradual way. So this is going to be a gradual value scale. So what I'm going to begin doing is shading in my dark tones, and I'm going to slowly or gradually start to release the pressure of my hand to build into some lighter values. So my goal in this section is going to be to capture all 5 tones, but to do it in a gradual, slow changing way so I don't see like the edges of each tone. So hopefully you notice how gradual I'm going here and how thorough I'm being. That is because there is no shortcut to doing this. You really have to just slow down and go back over your sections to get that good range from dark to light and to do it in a slow changing way. So now that we've learned how to make a range of value gradually with shading, we're going to apply the same thing to some different mark making techniques such as hatching, cross hatching, stippling, and scribbling. There's more, but these are just some popular ones. So I'm going to start with hatching. And hatching can be any direction, but the lines all need to go in the same direction. When we move into cross hatching, it's going to start the same way. They all go in the same direction, but obviously they're going to cross. They're going to intersect. And with stippling, we are going to be using dots and not lines, so you just dot. And then finally, with scribbling, it's just random, but it is a very liney look and not a shaded look. Okay, so our goal now is to capture all 5 tones and go gradually, but now instead of shading, we are going to use the techniques that we've just covered. So I'm starting with hatching, and you can see that it's the same concept. You're going to apply more pressure to the darker values, and as you move into your lighter values, you're going to release some of that pressure of your hand to make it lighter. You do want it slow changing, and you want it to be gradual. And so what this is going to take is just being mindful not to kick into autopilot and do everything the same tone. You want to be really mindful. Okay, this is my darker value. I need to go a little bit stronger pressure. Also, when you're doing mark making, anything besides shading, you're also building up lines, or if you're stippling, building up dots to really get your darker values. So that's called line buildup. You can build up those areas that are darker and then lay down less lines on the lighter values, but you're also working on adjusting your hand to show the pressure correct. A great activity to practice these techniques is to draw a square. My square is pretty little. You could go bigger than this, but practice shading gradually, slow changing, capturing your 5 tones: dark, a little less dark, regular, light, and lightest. You can do this with shading or any of the mark making techniques that we learned today, but I would just encourage a lot of practice so you get stronger at your value skills, and this will in turn make your drawing a lot better when we get into drawing more realistic objects. So good luck, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.